what if the people that you just
Yeah.
gave psychedelics to, what if they have a bad trip because they were suppressing so much, and then they come out hating it more than they originally did?
That's an interesting one. Yeah. What if you prescribe someone psychedelics and they're sitting in that controlled medical environment, and despite all of the precautions that are being taken, despite all of the understanding that they have about them, they still come out of it with a bad trip and then decide that psychedelics aren't for me and psychedelics shouldn't be for everyone, for anyone. Then you would have a person who's done it, who went through the whole medical sphere, who did all of the things, and then is now actively speaking about, hey, still don't do them.
And then they're gonna scare everybody.
Yeah, then that would create a new fear of this is someone who's done it that's talking about, hey, don't do them.
I think everyone should just have the mindset of
to each their own, right? That'd
leave
be
everything alone if you don't like it.
perfect, exactly. Each their own. Yeah. Fortunately, that's not the reality that we have the luxury of living in. But to, I guess, circle back to that question of what happens when that person inevitably comes along, because it's not like if they'll ever come along. I'm sure it's an inevitability.
Yeah, I was able to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe hopefully by then there'll be enough other people to offset that by that point.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. Is
There's gonna be more people to
there'll be a new battle, I guess, that comes forth, is where I think we're all going
That's
to.
a good answer.
Yeah, is
Good
that
answer. Good answer.
good answer. Is that, we can put all this effort into getting psychedelics legalized at the minimal for medicinal purposes, but once that battle's over of getting that initial stigma kind of taken care of, then there's going to be a new battle that presents itself of, not only all the people who then go through these therapies and come out with this still, negative experience of it, but there'll be other things that we can't even think of right now that are going to happen as a result of, people taking psychedelics for medicinal purposes and even for, I guess, self-help purposes. That's going to initiate a new battle of, well, what if they end up illegal again? So psychedelics as a, I guess, common theme in our our culture. So normalizing the use of psychedelics, I guess I'll simplify it. Normalizing the use of psychedelics is never going to be something that's a finished battle. It'll just be, a constant, conscious effort to... Are you alright? Okay, a constant, conscious effort to making sure that as much quality information as possible is making its way out there, and I lost it again. But yeah, so the battle won't ever necessarily be completely over. It'll just change to a different battle, and going forward, we need to make sure that those who are spreading the lies and who are propagating the propaganda, that's great, aren't the forerunners of the psychedelic conversation. The forerunners of the psychedelic conversation need to be the professionals, not even necessarily, people like you and me. It needs to be those who have spent time researching how the compounds interact with people and how the compounds can be used and are being used medically and even ritually, which isn't something I think we touched on a lot. But we need to encourage and kind of reorient discourse around psychedelics from speculators and naysayers to professionals, because there are now actually professionals in psychedelics, which is great, because there weren't always professionals in psychedelics. So we need to really, raise those people up on a pedestal and be like, hey, everyone, listen to them first. Listen to no one else after them.